So the smartest thing Old Spice ever did was sell to women. Alright, so by 2009, they were actually losing. Axe had built this whole universe around the body spray, the fantasy, the attractiveness, the whole vibe. And Old Spice was over here known as your grandpa's deodorant. So of course they had this problem. How do you appeal to this younger generation? Well, they hired Wyden and Kennedy to fix this. Yep, the agency behind Just Do It. And what they found broke this entire category open. See, they realized that 60% of men's body wash wasn't even bought by men. They were not the ones busting out their wallet. They were just the guy in the shower using the product. But every single grooming brand in America was actually talking to the guy. But it turns out that the person who was actually buying the product was the woman. They held on to that insight and flipped things around. The man your man can smell like.
Hello, ladies.
Suddenly, they're talking to her, but through this gorgeous, charismatic, objectively ridiculous man on a horse. See, she gets the sense that her man could smell and look like this dude, but in a funny way, and he watches the same commercial and laughs his butt off because it's absurd and genuinely funny. I mean, it works for everyone in the room at the exact same time. But then they do something that truly makes this thing go viral. So Dove Men Care had announced that they bought Super Bowl airtime. Now, of course, Old Spice knew that they couldn't compete with this kind of budget, but they still found a way to steal the show. Okay, so they made one bet. If the ad was good enough, it wouldn't matter when it ran. So of course, they dropped it on YouTube before the game, and by kickoff, it was already the most talked about ad of the weekend. Then, right after the game, when everyone was still debating what ad was the best, they ran it again on TV. And so at this point, they caught two waves of the attention, and they never paid for a single second of Super Bowl airtime. It never ran during the game, although it felt like it did. But then they did something that would just push this thing into the stratosphere. They did reactive marketing before reactive marketing was even a thing. They put Isaiah Mustafa in a room with a camera and had him respond to fans on Twitter in real time. I mean, they made 186 videos, scripted, filmed, and posted within 10 to 15 minutes of the original comment. Think about that kind of speed for a second. Now, of course, sales doubled and then tripled, and by 2010, they were the #1 men's grooming brand in America and the most viewed brand channel on YouTube. Now, what's funny is that the product never actually changed. It was the same body wash with the same scent. The only difference was the question that they asked: who actually buys this stuff? And it turns out it was never the guy.